Welcome to Pinnacles National Park. We're starting off this morning on the Bear. Are you okay? I'm good. Try not to hurt yourself. We're starting off on the Bear Gulch Trail. We get to go see the famous Bear Gulch Caves, and it's really unique because both the upper and the lower caves are open, which is very rare that the upper caves are open. Lower caves are open most of the year, but we get to go in the upper cave today. I'm super excited. It was a very pretty drive into the park. Lots of trees overhanging the roads, but Pinnacles is a very small national park. From the road where we turned in to get to Pinnacles, it was only 5 miles to get to the very end of the road at the Moses Spring parking lot. We're here on a Monday, and we got here about 9 a.m. and already that tiny little Moses Spring parking area was full. There was still plenty of parking in the Bear Gulch parking area, but just know that the parking is limited here in Pinnacles, and it gets filled up quickly on weekends and holidays. So from where we parked, it added just like what, 0.3 miles onto our little hike that we're doing. We're gonna start off on this Moses Spring Trail, and that will connect to the Bear Gulch Cave Trail. And then from there, we'll go on to the Bear Gulch Reservoir. You can turn this into a bigger like loop and go to the High Peaks Trail. So I'm not sure if we'll go that full way around or we might just come out and back because we want to do the Condor Gulch Overlook Trail as well today. See if we can see some of those California condors if we're lucky, but this is beautiful. I'm not sure what creates the Pinnacles rock formations, but they're gorgeous with this orange and then all the greenery around it. So we'll also try to check out the visitor center and maybe we'll educate ourselves on how those get formed in the first place. But let's continue on into the caves. This is where the trail splits off, and you can either bypass the caves to get to the reservoir or you can go through them. We're gonna go through them. Look at that.
Ooh, neat.
This is such a neat trail. Can she make it, folks?
Your big splash. It's not a fish.
Oh gosh. And then I went on that log. There you go.
The rolling one?
Yeah, just
thanks.
lean up against the wall. Like put your weight towards the wall. That way if you fall. You're good. Hey, she did it, guys. All right, here's where it gets dark. Here we go. Woo. Wow. So cool. Where'd you go? Are you still alive?
I'm looking for bats.
You saw bats?
No, I'm looking though.
Oh. I think that might be in the upper cave.
It's cool.
Mm-hmm. Now we're headed into the upper caves because I think this is the part that probably has this gate closed when it's not open. We're one of lucky few that get to go into the upper caves today. Let's check it out. This is what you come out of when you come out of the cave. So neat. That cave was really fun to navigate through. Did you like that one?
Yeah, it was really cool.
You had to squeeze in
Challenging.
places. Yeah, you had to squeeze in places, and we're pretty small people. What are you, like 5 foot?
Yep.
I'm 5'4", so we had to crawl through some places. If you're a big person, it might be a little challenging. Like, I think Mark would have trouble
Yeah.
getting through some of those small spaces just because he's so freaking tall. So it was really fun though. I like a little challenge, something fun to do on a trail. And then it brings you out in this beautiful reservoir area. So pretty and peaceful. We've seen a lot of turkey vultures in the sky and squirrels. No condors yet. We're gonna take the cave bypass, the Moses Spring Trail, all the way back to our car to finish out this trail. Could go back through the caves, but the arrows are pointing like the way that we came. So you would just kind of have to keep turning around to see which way you're supposed to go. Plus there's quite a few people here. I feel like it's just better to keep with the flow of traffic, you know? So anyway, we're headed through the bypass area, see what we can see on this part of the trail. Made it back to the parking lot at the Moses Spring Trailhead. We're gonna maybe check out the visitor center and do the Condor Gulch Overlook Trail next. Very small nature center, maybe the smallest nature center I've ever seen in a national park. There really was not much at all. They don't even have any like souvenirs there, but I think there is a park store by the campground, so we'll check that out on our way out. But first we are going to do part of the Condor Gulch Trail. Now, this trail will go on and connect to the High Peaks Trail, which is a very popular one to do in the park, but we're gonna skip that one for this time. We're just gonna go about a mile in on this trail to the viewpoint, and then that'll probably do it for us. That means this is our last chance to see a condor, so fingers crossed. We were hearing the woodpeckers, and here is their busy work. You can see how they store the acorns in these little holes, thousands of them, in whatever type of tree this is. They're all over.
Some type of pine.
It's all uphill to this overlook, but told Mom that means it's all downhill on the way back. We're just getting the hard part out of the way first. She's like, we better see a condor. There's been a whole bunch of birds flying around right up there. We can't tell though if they are turkey vultures or condors, maybe some of both. But you can see in all these rock formations like perfect little areas where there could be nests. We've reached the viewpoint. Looks a little sketchy to get over here, but let's give it a try. Oh, it's not bad. It's just, it looks worse than it is. Well, I told Mom that we were going to turn around at the viewpoint, but now it's only 0.7 miles to connect to the High Peaks Trail, which gets us closer to this area up here, and that's where we're pretty sure we're seeing some condors flying around. I see our car way down there. Well, somewhere. Oh, there comes some big birds. Those are all turkey vultures, looks like.
Of course they are.
A lot of false alarms with the turkey vultures here.
Oh,
Is it?
I think so. I can't tell. It's huge.
Is that one?
I mean, yes, definitely that's it. Let's
Oh my gosh. I think it might be. We're fairly confident that we saw a condor, so regardless of if it really was, I guess if you're a bird expert and you want to let us know in the comments if you think the footage that we saw was a condor, you can let us know and either confirm or disappoint us. You could also just lie to us and say that it was definitely a condor to make that extra elevation gain worth it. But I mean, we sat up there for quite a while and just watched turkey vultures. You could hear this like peregrine falcon. This is definitely a park for people who like birds, because there was some kind of sparrow that people were taking a picture of. So I guess maybe that's kind of like a rare type of bird. We saw either like a falcon or a hawk of some sort, like fighting with another smaller bird. We've seen these bright blue birds, the woodpeckers and the acorns that we've heard. Haven't seen them, but you can hear them. And we see their little holes that they left in the tree with their acorns. So, I mean, definitely a birder's paradise, I think, and a really fun place to hike. So I've enjoyed our time here. We are gonna stop at the little park store on the way back out. And there's a place called Bacon Ranch. I'm not sure really what that is, but I know there's like an old barn there. So we might see what that's all about too. First, we gotta get down the mountain. The good news is it's all downhill from here. It's official. We saw a condor. I stopped at the little nature center on the way back out and had the ranger look at the little video. I zoomed in, and actually I noticed as we were walking back down the mountain that if you zoom in close enough to a screenshot of the video that I took, you can see the tag on its wing. And so he said, yeah, that's dead giveaway. It's hard to tell, he said, because of the coloring is what you really want to look for. The white kind of like in the armpit, like closer to the body, rather than a turkey vulture that has the white all along the edges of the wingspan. But it's hard to tell that coloring when you're looking straight up basically at the sun and they're flying right overhead like that. But he said, yeah, that tag is a dead giveaway. So definitely a condor that we saw, yay! We're headed back towards the east entrance where we came in at now, but we are gonna stop at that park store, see if I can find a little souvenir, and then see what that Bacon Ranch is. I don't really know what that's about, but we'll have just a couple more quick little stops here, and then that will end our day in Pinnacles National Park. Really sure how to find the Bacon Ranch. There were no signs for it. I'm pretty sure we figured it out as we were driving out, but you basically have to like walk down a path that says authorized vehicles only. It looked like on the map that was the area that we were supposed to go to see the Bacon Ranch, but anyway, if you're interested in that, there is that part of the east entrance area that we didn't see right next to the campground. What we did do was go into the little park store. They had pretty much anything you would need for like camping supplies, all kinds of like medications and, you know, lighters and firewood, lots of food options, hiking and like rock climbing type of equipment as well, it looked like. And I did get my magnet. I think that was a pretty successful trip to Pinnacles National Park. Got to go into the caves, got to see a condor, really cool hiking trails, lots of interesting things to see. I feel like it's a very underrated national park, to be honest with you. Like, I don't hear a lot of people talk about Pinnacles National Park, especially compared to some of the other California national parks. That's gonna end our time in Pinnacles National Park. We are on our way to Pismo Beach now. We're gonna try to catch the sunset on the beach, maybe see some surfers. I would love to see some California surfers. I don't know why, but I just feel like that would be something really cool to see, and get some dinner there. And then we're staying the night in Ventura, because this is just day one of several days of our little California mother and daughter road trip that we're on. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see what we're getting up to the rest of the week, and we'll see you again in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Why would you do that?